Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is September 11th here in New York City. And here I am for today trying to do a bonus problem, and by that I just mean a problem that I haven't done before yet. Trying to get my money's worth on my premium thing, you know. Let's take a look. RNG it. And today we have another easy problem. So okay. 1196, how many apples can you put into the basket? You have an apple and a basket. You have some apples and a basket that could carry 5,000 units of weight. I cannot read apparently. Given an integer array weight, where weight supplies the weight of the apple, return the maximum number of apples that you can put into the basket. Okay, so I mean, I think it could be a little bit tricky. The thing that is, and the thing is that when you're a beginner, maybe it's kind of one of those problems that is just one of those things, right? And what I mean by that is just that when you're a beginner, everything feels obvious because you only know a few things. So if it's not obvious to you, you already don't know it, right? Like if you only know 5 things and it's not one of those 5 things, it's either it's very obvious and you should know it, or you just don't know it. I think this one, honestly, in a weird reversal kind of way, my initial idea would have been some sort of or like the way they set it up structurally is similar to like a pseudo polynomial knapsack problem. But then of course basically reading up to like here, I was like, oh, maybe it's some weird knapsack, though of course that doesn't make sense because it's easy kind of, but that aside. But then the next line is return the maximum number of apples, and I was like, oh, well, in that case it just becomes greedy, right? And greedy, it's one of those problems that I think everyone knows how to do unless they don't, because a lot of people do not do greedy by proofs, right? A lot of people do greedy by intuition, and sometimes they choose a wrong dimension or wrong thing to be greedy about, and then they're like, oh, well, I guess it wasn't greedy, but it's hard. And for this one, the quote unquote obvious, and I don't know how obvious it is anymore. When you've done as many problems as I have, I feel like I have a lot of self-doubt for greedy problems just because there are so many times I've been bitten by this. And yeah, but otherwise this is actually pretty straightforward though, because you just minimize the weight of the apple that you get, right? And in a very straightforward way, if you want to ask for a proof, you could do a very lazy mental version of the exchange argument, right? So you have 2 apples, you have the lighter apple and you have the heavier apple, and basically the idea is that, okay, well, you could take the lighter apple with a higher capacity left, or you could take a heavier apple, and you always basically want to make that exchange where you do the lighter apple first, so you have more capacity for future apples. It's still a little bit hand wavy, but that's basically the basis for a proof, I think. So yeah, so then after we sort it, you have 4x in weight, right? So if basket is always 5,000, huh? I don't. It seems like a normal thing too, you know. Seems like a normal thing to put in a parameter, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, and then now we do basket subtract from x. If basket is less than 0, then we return index, right? Meaning that index is not good enough. Otherwise, we also return index, I think. I think this is right. Maybe I'm off by 1 because it's easy to be off by 1. Apparently, not only am I off by 1. Dong dong dong. Oh. This is not right for this one because this should be n, I guess. I thought that, I guess that makes sense. I was a little bit sloppy. I thought that this would contain the n outer limit, but that doesn't make sense, so then that's why, yeah. Okay. Give a quick submit. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. The idea, of course, this is going to be n log n because of the sorting, but like I said, given any choice between 2 elements, you always want to choose the lighter element. And this alwaysness, if you want to call it that, you could say exchange argument if you have a sorting, or like if you have a particular ordering of them and you want to be able to change them, then this would make sense. So yeah, that's all I have with this one. We'll keep it. I mean, we do the RNG so that it's up to the RNG gods, the fates, to decide how long I spend on it today. And I guess today we just have 2 easy ones. So that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a great rest of the week. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.